What's good, YouTube family, man? This your guy, Blessone. Thank you for watching another episode of I Smoke Hip Hop, man. Before I get started, you know the drill already, man. Hit that like button, man. Hit that notification bell. Make sure you comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that Cash App right quick. $ I Smoke Hip Hop. But guess what? To hit that like button is free. So hit that like button one time. Let me get into it, man. Y'all know I got a great interview out of 051 Melly's cousin. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him because he also made me speak to his wife. I'm talking about Melly's cousin's wife. Shout out to that whole family. You feel what I'm saying? He's a military vet too. Y'all go check out that interview on my channel. Just put I Smoke Hip Hop or just click on this video you watching where it writes I Smoke Hip Hop. Go watch that Melly interview with his cousin I did. Now the cousin told me a lot of things. Like some of the things, like he called me. He appreciated the video I did, but he wished I would have titled it different. You know, remember I told y'all, Melly Ben told his sister something like this was about to happen, like a day or two before it even happened. You know what I mean? So he appreciated I spoke on it because he said a lot of bloggers wasn't speaking on it. And I'm about to have a part 2 interview with 051 Melly's cousin. I was supposed to have an interview with 16 Shot Him. 16 Shot Him, I thought you didn't see the response or something. Come to find out, the message I sent to you, 16 Shot Him, never went through. Salute to you, but we're going to get that 16 Shot Him interview. That's my fault on that, not his fault. Salute to 16 Shot Him. But you got a situation with Melly's sister already getting told, you feel me, about the premonition that was about to happen. And I don't call it a premonition. That's just Melly being on his P's and Q's. Understood there was a Judas in his camp. Understood that Melly should have his mongoose ready. You know what that mongoose is? Shout out to Fredo Bang. Then mongoose get rid of snakes in real life. So you keep a mongoose around. You keep a nigga or eyes that can reveal it. Or you be the fucking mongoose. I'm the mongoose where I don't rely on nobody. And unfortunately, rest up to Melly. You know, I can talk like that. I'm not disrespecting him. I got nothing but respect for Melly. And I'm making sure his name continues on. And speaking of that, we're going to talk about some of the good things that the cousin told me. Not a lot of people are bringing it up. And I'm seeing it's just only about the so-called bad side. He's a hitter. But a lot of y'all don't know he had aspirations to be a poet. He just never, you know, he never got into it like that as far as doing it behind the scenes. So I feel like I wish he would have, you know, became a rapper or whatever, because according to the cousin, this man's poems were supposed to get published, I think when he was like 11 or 10 years old, some shit like that. He was advanced more than everybody in his class. You talking about this man had a chance to skip grades, but you know how, no offense to my Illinois School of Board of Education, but they don't give you certain of the resources to help you through that. But he was supposed to skip like 2 grades, they said. Melly's been that, and it's not far-fetched at all. I believe his cousin, because it's like when you look at Melly, man, like shooters like that, alleged shooters or whatever, or just being in that environment, you don't make it that far or get a name like that without on some strategy, Marlo from The Wire type shit. You know, he played chess. You know, in real life, I'm not talking about some metaphor. This man was a chess master. They said, yeah, we all know out of all the inner city places where they play chess at, the best inner cities that have the best chess players that came out of it is Chicago. I bet you a lot of y'all don't know that. So, and the second place is New York. It's Chicago, then New York. I don't know where Florida is on that. Sorry, Florida, I can't hold this down. But Chicago is known for some of the best chess masters in the world. And you talking about a kid that's at his level playing chess. That's another thing. Because of the resources, he wasn't helped. That, you know, those tournaments that are around the world and things like that or not, he didn't get to do that. So Melly, you got Melly being a straight A student. You got Melly writing poems that were supposed to get published. You got Melly, they're telling you this dude, his philosophy and mindset, he was supposed to skip 2 grades. Then they're also telling you Melly, as far as what he's known playing chess. So all these things people don't talk about, man. I'm about to make a documentary, but I don't want to do it. I want to give it off to the cousin. Like, I'm going to help him edit it or whatever, but I want him to get the credit. I want Melly family. I want to do some OG shit. Some original. If we do get some monetization out of it, I will look at the analytics, and any income that was generated from that video will be sent off to the cousin or family. No offense to the cousin. I feel like if I can get the mom information, I would much more. Not the mom, but like the sister. There you go. I'll send it to the sister because she's the one who's taking care of the kids right now. I want them kids to get it. Because you guys do know, right before Melly got assassinated, his baby mama. Remember, there was a Chicago woman that made the news during that time, and she got split in half for whatever educational purpose. Remember that? That was Melly's baby mother. So you got a tragic event where both mom and dad died in the worst way you can imagine. So them kids I'm thinking of right now. And Melly, man, if you guys think because what he did in the streets, he was not a good father, you're wrongly mistaken. He was teaching his kids all these things. Yes, playing chess, getting their minds right and ready. Like, that's the thing. Is people think these hitters are idiots or whatnot, but you got to understand the conditions and their vibe. I'm not giving them excuses for what they're doing. I'm not one of these people preaching it's not their fault. No, I'm not doing that. What I'm just telling you is stop reading a book by its cover. All I'm telling you is just because they're in the street shooting, doing this and that, whatever, they're not dumbasses. Stop thinking that. These dudes are highly intelligent. These dudes are at the ready at always. They have to have a certain mindset to survive out there. You got to understand, preaching and going to church for them cannot save them out the predicament that they live in each and every day where friends are dying. So you got the cousin telling me Melly would make teachers cry because he would sing. I didn't even know the nigga was a singer. I think that's why he loves R. Kelly songs or whatever. They say the man got a hell of a voice. Not that I give a fuck, but you get what I'm saying. I'm just showing you he got multitudes and he's versatile and talented. So it's like, man, this nigga was damn, because the cousin was like, this nigga had like an angelic voice, this and that. I'm like, what? And don't they use that word for people in the choir or whatnot? He was like, Melly was trying to go to church all the time, but it was hard because the area they lived in, you know, people would get banged up. So it's too dangerous to do that. But Melly had aspirations of that, but then he stopped. But that's all he listened to was R&B. See, stop reading a book by its cover. Stop looking at the superhero movies that show you the good and the bad guy. In real life, to me, the bad guys and good guys are the same people. Sometimes we're bad, sometimes we're good, sometimes we stay good, sometimes we stay bad, but it's all the same. So this ain't no movie, it's a reality check. Just because they do X, Y, and Z don't mean they're not A, B, C. On the next video of I Smoke Hip Hop, man, y'all like, share, and subscribe. Always remember, keep it 100 grand and stand 100 on your stand. Period. Love your family, love your kid. Stay blessed.